Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something a little different. This is Mind Over Magic. It just got officially released this past week, and it's a game like mini Clay games, and that's Klei. Think Oxygen Not Included. It's sort of a base builder plus kind of game, right? And I do love these games generally. I really love Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together. I really love Oxygen Not Included. Am I any good at them? That's debatable. I have not played this. I got this initially when it first went into early access. And I loved it, but they started making a ton of updates really, really quickly, and I just couldn't keep up. And so I decided to wait, and now the time has come. So we will be there's this game, but as you can see, I've deleted the old game because my guess is that file won't work anymore anyway, and games are just worth it, right? Interesting, relaxed, standard, relentless. Definitely, I'm not a relentless. Maybe I can work up to that. Where I should start is probably relax. Learn about, building my school, playing at my own pace. But where I'm going to, because yeah, we've got to learn somehow. I'll do standard. So the best choice for most players, world teaches tough lessons, but backs off when you are struggling. So that's lovely. And it looks like, ooh, oh my goodness, you, in true Clay fashion, you can just build your own world. Maybe, maybe another time. All right, so play style. Basic is a basic set of keywords with fewer overall keywords than most keyword set. Balanced, the default set of, okay, so here, let's go back. So if I just leave standard, right? Do I still get that screen? Yes, I do. I still get that screen. Okay, got it. Let's, I don't know what keywords, I don't know what this means. Oh, I do know what this means. So there are, and we'll get to this, and I'll go through it. But there are certain words like they need lofty, which basically means they need as you can see here, where things, there's grounded and then there's stuff that's above the elevated, and it's a building style. It's how you have to build in order to get optimal things for your wizards and sorcerers and sorceresses. Sure, we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna go so they have balanced, which that was the original. The original was balanced. So I've never seen these other ones. Wonky is more skewed and interior. Airy is elevated and grounded. Lofty is more private and lofted rooms. This is what similar early access was. Interesting. I would have thought balanced would have been what had an early access, but I guess not. And then this is heavily randomized. I think we can hold off on that. All right, so we'll just go balanced. We're not going to shuffle the keywords because that just seems a little bit chaotic. Iron Mage save mode. Experience the game by accepting any mistakes or bad luck instead of reloading. No manual saves are allowed. Only one save slot. I would do this, but I do want to not have to wait on the game to make a save in order to make an episode. So, but that's probably how I'm going to play anyway. I'm going to accept all my mistakes, and when the school inevitably burns to the ground or gets engulfed by the darkness, we will accept it as we go. In true Clay fashion, I really love the art style. It's just very familiar and yet like gothic, kind of how I would describe it. All right. Once a school stood here, but our hubris led us astray. A terrible curse now sustains a deadly fog and crushes our conviction with the weight of its malice. You must rebuild the school and train brilliant new mages to brave the horrors of the Underschool and break the curse once for all. Rosemary, founder, manipulators, towers. Let's rename the school Harley Towers. We're going to rename it. Shall continue. Our staff. So, in order to bring new mages and get them out into the world and become this amazing school that defeats everything, we have to have teachers first. So we are selecting our staff. Um, Definitely this interface has changed. Uh, let's start up here, right? So it tells you, can they do fire, and kind of each element kind of has a preferred um, ability, right? Fire is cook, hunt, destroy obstacles. Water is alchemy, clean. I'll read, I guess, fire magic can be used in the school to cook, hunt, and destroy obstacles. Water magic can be used in the school for alchemy and to clean, which cleaning is a big thing in this game. At least it was in alpha. Uh, and mastery of water is necessary for various healing rituals. All right. Dark. Dark magic can be used to quilt and ward. Yes, there's there's kind of these interesting professions, and quilting is one of them. So that's nice. And I like how it has here. So create undead helpers is what quilting. It's very interesting. And then warding is protective magic used to reset an underschool ward, can also enable a scarecrowa, which is like a scarecrow for your crops, or a fog aegis, which a fog aegis is a magical device that houses a mana crystal, amplifying its light, hold back the fog. Needs mages to ward it to function. Okay. Nature, harvest. Nature magic can be used to in the school to harvest, tend, chop, and to craft wands. And that's really important because even when you bring on a new student, you can't bring on a new alpha without creating the wand first. Had to have a wand available for the student. Okay, so harvest is exactly what it seems. You'll need reagents. Tend is fertilize and plant. Chop is that chopping down trees. Wands we've explained. Earth. Earth magic can be used in the school to construct, carve, mine, and repair. Construct includes building new floors, walls, supports, and stairs, which is really important. So we definitely want, I don't know how high the numbers go. Maybe they only go to 3, maybe they go higher, but we definitely want Wesley here. Or is that his name? We'll come back to that. We want this character because we need to construct our building. That's really important. Carve, used to provide various types of luxuries. I think there's statues, if I remember right. Mine, stone can only be mined. And then repair. Hi. Repair is restore durability to damaged furniture. That's nice. Can do task staff, students, tilted. All right. So that was Earth. Oh, this guy's not Earth. It's one over here that we're going to want for sure. Lightning. Lightning magic can be used in the school to charge and research. charge is refill the charge in a mana lantern. Mana is important for lots of things. Per this mana, a lantern that houses a mana crystal focuses its light to restore mana. It needs charge to function. Um, and we'll get more into that as we go. And then research. We really need somebody who can research. So this character we still want, because research will allow us to unlock new things and recipes and furniture, furnishings, and general stuff. And then last but not least, we have air. Air magic can be used equal to a symbol. So that's um, create and move furniture for the school, paint, which is luxury stuff, and then haul. So that's carry items or teleporting them around the compound. All right. Each of the um, races, I guess is the way we say it, each of the ethnicities have also things that they're more geared towards. So vivified, a race of former quilted servants who somehow gained sentience. Nobody knows how. The high HP and will They have high HP and will eat just about anything, incapable of feeling pain. And they also have, oh, I can't see. There we go. Stitch stomach. Vilified can Vilified get no conviction penalty or bonuses from eating and prefer to eat the lowest quality food available. That's really nice since we're not going to be making much quality food for them uh, right off the bat. All right. And then we have wolfkin. Wolfkin creatures that will eat wild animals whole, uh, high speed, and will sleep just about anywhere. They get apex predator as an added status, which do not suffer conviction penalties, sleep outside or on the floor, and prefer to eat dire rats or croas over meals that have conviction penalties. That's kind of nice. Then we have our humans. We have a couple of other races too, but as we get them, we will review them. Humans with magical talent have large reserves of mana, and their spells have a 20% chance to mana burst, which will cost 0 mana. Nice. Because mana is going to be a big part of fighting Underschool. As you can see down here, right, we can see kind of what their progression of their magic is going to be. It used to be that they got like 1 or 2 attacks. It looks like we now get maybe a progression here, right? Get that. This is our first attack. This we also have this week. So we have these three, which is for this guy, it's Bolt, attacks any target, 50% power and 50 speed, contribute damage. Recharge costs 15% of the caster's mana, max mana to cast. Targeted ally regains the amount equal to the mana. Kind of nice to have somebody who can fill your mana. And then grants an ally 30% speed and a guaranteed critical hit on the next time. So this is a good support character, it looks like. Then at level 4, he unlocks something at 5, and so on and so forth. Yeah. All right, and then the Wolfkin will start with slash, just attacks an enemy, but does decent damage. Like this damage was 12. This is 30. So this is our damage caster basically. Earth armor adds 20% max HP as armor and taunt. So this isn't our damage person, our tank, what it looks like. And then smash attacks an enemy, does a total of 61 damage, but probably mana cost is 30. Yeah, versus smash, which the cost is 10. That's something else that we kind of want to look at. So we have our health up here, and then here's our max mana, right? So those bigger spells are going to eat kind of our max mana. So we'll want to play them as a tank of not necessarily our damage person, but can do damage when they're able to. This is power added, extra damage added to attack spells. Ooh, that's kind of nice. They get the Vivified gives an extra 5, overall an extra 11. The Wolfkin gives an extra 10 with 6 as their base. So 6 must be the base power that these guys get, and then their actual um, ethnicity gives them a little bit more. And then here's their speed. All right. Last but not least, we have a dark magic person. Now, here is my concern. We're going to keep these two. We definitely want somebody who can do really, really good construct. Considering this person can also construct, but has the ability to research, they're really strong in what we need. But if you remember, fire cooks. I'm really concerned. And then water clean. So as much as the dark magic person is got a lot of mana and uh middle of the road health, right? Um Not really what we need first off the bat. So let's re-roll mage. And it's nice that we can pick. Oh, interesting. We don't have to re-roll the mage. We can just say, hey, instead of random, I want fire. And then that gives us water and gives a they still have high dark magic. That is nice. Okay, so then but let's yeah, this person likes to research. Gotta be dude. This person likes to build and construct. Like this brook. And now that the Gertrude is a fire person, um, let's make Rose. Yeah, that wolf. We have our founding school, and we'll get into quirks later. They're just things about their personality. I'm gonna stop really quickly. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna take it slow because I remember some stuff, but I'm sure tons of it has changed. Right? Repel frog, a destructive, malevolent miasm. The fog surrounds the school, draws closer each nightfall. Objects covered by the fog are inaccessible and may be broken or destroyed. Pushing the fog out further will reveal new dangers to avoid. Force the fog to retreat, perform the repel fog ritual or greater repel frog ritual at the mana font. Other thing that it popped up is lighting and void shrooms. Yes, void shrooms are a pain in the rear. I don't imagine they've gotten any. Without torches or other light sources, rooms will be dark, uninviting, and prone to void shrooms infestations. When fully grown, void shrooms drain mana from nearby mages. Staff can use nature, harvest them for void caps. A room's lighting is determined by placing windows, torches, or other light sources. The lighting view provides a quick way to see how lighting is affecting the room. All right, so we want you. So here's Bad Wolf Rose. If we open her mage sheet, we can kind of see here's the wand she currently has. She has a level 1 wand. but she can upgrade, which you couldn't do before. I guess you now can upgrade to different levels of wands, which is kind of nice. Um, this will tell us, I guess, summon initiates at the student summoner, which we have not built, the tier 1 wand. Initiates learn at a learning stone. Once they master all their skills and reach their maximum level, initiates can graduate, become apprentices, or be hired as staff. Staff. Staff hires staff at a ritual sigil. Ooh. Before you couldn't hire a staff member, you had to basically grow them. You had to have them as a student, move them through the process before you could. That's kind of cool. Mages who run your school use them to get tasks done and teach initiates and apprentices in the ways of magic. All right, we can hold a potion of some sort. We don't have any. And then we can attune. We don't have any relics to attune. We can find a relic and attune. That's very interesting. Yeah, this is really cool. I really like um, the menu now. Quirk. Mages develop quirks over time, discovering the various activities that they enjoy when they perform them. Quirks will raise conviction when the mage meets their requirements. Conviction is a mage's mental state. Low conviction risks the mage to having a break, which breaks can kill our mages, which is lovely. So wonderful. It's one of those map killers, because usually when you have one person that has a break, they then start to infect other people, and it's just all bad after that. All right, so I am going to go to the mana font. I am going to choose repel the fog so that we can go upstairs. It doesn't matter who does this. Right now we only need one person. So I am going to put Brooke going to do begin the ritual as soon as I um and I don't think this is 5 minutes in game. I think this is just roll. As soon as I this now, what you can see is the fog is above us. And with that, we got two things. One, we opened up where the school will start to be built. We also opened up a ladder down. This is the path down to the underschool area, which we're going to have to battle and do other things. And we also got a path up. The other thing we got is Rosemary. Now, Rosemary is staff, but since she's a ghost, she can't do a ton of stuff. See that she can do one of everything, but she's really not meant to do a ton of things. So I don't think in alpha she wasn't able to fight. She was really good at like tending crops, gathering resources, and then every now and then teaching students. Nice. Okay. Other things that we've got. So we have our inventory, so we know what we're doing. We also now have different tasks that we can do, and I'll go through those in a second. And then we have schedules because that's a thing. So right now I'm going to leave everybody that everybody has a sleeping period, everybody has class, although until we get our first student at this. No, until we get our first student, you don't need to do class. You just need to do tasks. Because I'm worried that if we do class, they'll try to do something other than the basic things I'm about to assign them. So we're gonna just leave them. That's their schedule. They'll have eat twice a day, do lots of class, and then priorities. Now here's where Clay does really really well. They have a priority chart, so higher priorities are here, and then as you go across, there's lower priorities. Deuce is ultimately going to be Okay, so we have 3 levels. 1, 2, 3 of priority. This says they can't do it at all. That's what I want everybody come in as. No, no, I don't want you doing it. And then like initiates and apprentices, they can't do it in regardless. Because I do want to set what they can do, but they have low priorities. We want them to do what they like because if they don't do what they like, well, then we might end up with problems with their conviction, right? I'll get to these in a second. Okay, so I'm just going to really quickly make all of the dark brown, all of the things that they have level 3s in as their highest priority, right? I don't want them not to do anything, but I do want to make sure that it was level 3. And then probably um, off camera, I'll fiddle around with the priorities to get them to the way I want them. All right. Collecting resources. Mind over magic is based on indirect controls over mages. Mark tasks for mages to complete on objects in the world, and they will proceed to tackle those tasks according to their priorities. Select objects in the world by clicking on them. Action buttons will appear next to the pane at the bottom left. Examples include mine on a surface rock, chop on a shadow tree, or hunt on a dire rat. Once the action button is toggled on, mages will begin to take care of that task. Task priority. If mages have many tasks to accomplish, you want to direct them to prioritize some tasks over others. Manage the priorities using the 1 through 5 buttons. That's kind of nice at the bottom of the selection page, or edit a mage's individual task priorities. And then basic controls. We're paused, right? It says idle, but we're paused, so that basic controls, I believe, is just here's what we're doing. Okay, so we are going to want to build, but more importantly, we're going to want to gather. All right, so here's some rocks. That is a plant. This is a berry bush. Do you see how it's now gathering for berries? This, I don't know what this gathering is for. We'll have to find out. And then we want to hunt these dire rats. We don't want, how do I there we go, cancel. I only want to harvest the big trees. We're not going to get much out of the smaller trees, even though we are going to. And this is where Rosemary sleeps. That would be her grave. Go, Rosemary. Did well, ma'am, I guess. Maybe. Let me. I think that's fully harvest. That's the one thing is that it's kind of hard. I'm glad you can zoom in more, which is lovely because used to not be able to zoom in as much, but there's still stuff behind stuff, so that makes it a little difficult. Okay. Everybody get to work. See, they're using their type of magic to handle the carcass. Their tasks. All right. Over here is is smokeweed. I don't remember. I feel like smokeweed was important. Now here's where we cannot. Here's the fog. 3 days until the fog consumes. So in 3 days, either the fog is going to consume this area, or we're going to need to do that ritual again. But we can't harvest anything in the fog. So it's kind of important if we want these things on the edge of the fog to try to get them as quick as possible because otherwise the fog will consume them and we will not have them. It'll be unfortunate. What are these? Oakweed. Okay. Let's see what we have to build so far. You can see there's lots of stuff that we can unlock. We make cots. Um, what I was looking for, and then obviously construction, we have walls and doors and floors and roofs and stairs. What I was trying to see is here's where this is the thing we're gonna need to research new knowledge. Uh, construction basics. The build palette in the bottom left bar can be used to spend resources to create objects in the world. First step towards building a school on the foundation is selecting construction from the build tube. Wall and floor roof pieces must can be used. Sorry, brain is very tired. Long day. Wall and roof pieces can be used to create room. Left click to place the first block, then move the mouse and left click again to the place. Basic construction blocks. The basic construction to build a school are floors, walls, and roofs. Floors provide areas for your mages to traverse. Walls provide support for your school. Roofs are cheap and quick to assemble and prevent rain. Rain is a really bad thing. It's not a good thing. Placing objects from the build palette instructs available mages to gather the necessary materials to bring them to the construction site to build out the school. However, they will only use available materials that are in a useful form. So you will need to first order mages to collect the resources don't already if you don't haven't already. See collecting resources, refunded research, canceling a placement, constructing construction, or disassembling a completed furnishing will refund all resources spent. Oh, that's nice. Don't be afraid to experiment. So we aren't penalized for building something and then changing our mind. Really nice. And kind of important in the game because as those keywords pop up, we may have to adjust roofs and we may have to adjust rooms and where we're placing stuff um, in our school. Doors and hallways. Placing a door or hallway on a wall floor intersection will create an opening in the wall for mages to pass through. The hallway is free to place and use no mana. A door adds luxury and has assignable rules for the mages that may pass through it. Stairs. Stairs provide a way to floors. Stair can only be placed at the back of the school and will rise at a 45-degree angle. Will cut through walls and create a floor path. A spiral stair uses vertically a spiral pattern and will cut through floors. So here's an example of spiral, which is just a space saver, honestly. And when I was playing before, I tended to the spiral ones quite a bit. These ones were just nice. Um, support is required to build the school upward. Foundations provide the base of the support, which is conveyed upwards through walls or support arches and columns. In building horizontally from a supported wall, support will only reach a certain distance before a new base of support will be added. And then you can see here all of the light blue is perfectly supported but as you go into the darker blue, that's no longer supported. And if it's brown, it's not supported at all. And you can't build on it without the support. Full pan expansion. Once the foundation is full, There are still many options for expansion. Easiest way to expand is to continue up, using stairs and additional walls and floors. You can add more stories onto your school. You can even place new construction on top of the old without removing. Once you've already without removing what you've already built. Your mages will deconstruct anything in the way. Deconstruction also refunds all resources. To gain even more flexibility in construction, you can research arch supports, column supports, buildable foundation. Experiment to figure out. Now, when I played, foundation was just what you got. You couldn't build any more foundation, so it's really nice to see we could build more foundation, which is really helpful. All right, so back to what I was looking at. In the build, we're going to need a research station. I don't quite know where I'm going to put that just yet. And we're going to need wands, the wand shaper. Now, this sinew, I believe, thank you, is, I think, comes from dead animals, if I remember right. As soon as we get students, we'll need a teaching stone, and then we'll definitely, to prevent those rooms, have to have wall torches. What I was looking for was I was trying to see if we had storage yet. Oh, we don't have storage. I could have just answered my own question. Not lit up. Paying attention as always, I see. But let's start getting people. So initially we're gonna want build some walls, right? Okay. But then we're gonna need to build some doors too, or else we lock our people out. And this is the side scroller. That's how we only get that. What I've done in the past, I can start getting them all on their way. What I've done in the past is, since this stairwell is already here, I've just built spiral stairs up from the middle. See, look, they're just throwing it there. This at least has a door. That's good. This, unfortunately, has a wall without a door. And so until that door's built, these people can't come in. And all of those resources can't be used for any of the building projects. It's a lovely, lovely sort of thing. As far as I know, we cannot build down here either. So even though there's stuff down here, we can't build it. All right. So we're gonna need a roof. I don't remember how tall things are, and things obviously could have changed since then. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna craft 2 beds because our wolfkin, not you, Brooke, she likes sleeping on the floor. So she doesn't need a bed necessarily right away. So we just have the 2 beds. And then let's aim for this to be sort of our temporary research place. See how we do. I'm trying to figure out. Let's see, the outer walls are stone. Interesting, whereas the doors are wood. I am not in a rush just yet to getting students. I'd kind of like a place for them to sleep, and I'd kind of like to have some food sort of settled before we get that far. Okay. We're getting some construction projects. Good. And just so we're clear, the Rosemary does not need sleep. She goes if she needs to sleep, she goes back to the founder's grave, but she doesn't. See, I built that wall higher than the other wall. Well, interesting. Now, the back wall does not appear until we close off a floor. See how that's not, all that gray is not supported? So let's support part of it. We've got this part that's not supported. I think I'm going to be boring, right? Let's find our spiral stair. All right, that we've got some spiral stairage, and you can kind of see it comes up there. This will count for a roof for the moment, as far as if rain comes. There we go. And now that will support that. So now we have 2 rooms. Oh, I want this to be a hallway. Yeah. So that automatically makes things happen. All right, let's gather that tree. I would like... Okay, yeah, I did click on the rat. Go, Rose, go! Kill that rat. As soon as the back wall and the floor are completed... oh, interesting. That stopped everything. As soon as the back floor and the walls are completed, the back wall will then become available. Open the research. All right. Of course, this looks very different. It used to go from left to right, and now it goes from top to bottom, which is very interesting. All right. Let's see. We know that we're only going to have first beginnings. Graves, because we will have people die. It's a thing. And then this guy, this delightful decomposition, this is a monster that are kind of like a pet that we can feed, and then he gives us things in return, like sinew, viscera, ectoplasm. So he is very helpful. What else do we have? Critical care. So when we get hurt, because we will get hurt, there are some things that we will, it used to be, we'll see. There are some things that we used to be able to heal, and other things that you would have to go to a medical bed in order to get rid of and feel better. So we will need this. I don't want to necessarily build it right away. I think the first thing that we need to work on is food, right? So here's our gruel pot. So we can make gutberry soup, which isn't very tasty, but they will eat it. Carcass stew, again, not very... Oh, so the gruel pot is what we cook soup in. And then by default, we know gutberry soup. But we'll also learn carcass, which again, nobody's happy about. Then that will open up to getting bigger light sources. So we'll have less of the candles out, which... or the torches out, which the torches used to cause negative ambiance, basically. And so in doing so, then you would have like people who didn't like their environment and they'd get pesty. So the better the light, the better their mental state. All right, so dining table makes it a place where they can eat. Bitter gruel, bitter rice. So there's our first crop, I think, that we can get at. No, domesticated gutterberries. Here is gutberries. This is our first one. So, and then here we can make wormweed plots, and we can make tree planters. That'll be helpful. What else do we have? So our mages like to have a little entertainment. So we will have to basically do this enchantophone, which is sort of like old Victrola kind of record player. And so we'll need to do this. We need to do it right away. Probably not. And here's where we get our better beds and some of the places that will bring us a bit of luxury. Hey, and here's our chest. Good, good, good. So this is where we can keep our stuff so we're not messy. If we are too messy for too long, a special entity mob will pop up, at least it used to, that would then eat all of the stuff on the floor and generally be a nuisance and break all your chests to eat all of the stuff it just threw on the floor. It was not fun. It was not fun at all. So, but I think the first thing, ooh, do I want to do the domestic gut berries? No, I think I need to do gourmet. I think I need to add this to the queue, and then we're gonna add that to the queue. Yeah, we're gonna do those two first, I think, and then we'll figure out the rest from there. All right. Unreachable object. Oh, because it doesn't know that this hallway exists yet. Great. Can you fix the hallway, please? Thank you. Much appreciated. Now we can get to everything. Very helpful. And eventually we'll block off this room too so that the stairwell will be its own thing. But for right now, we don't have a lot of resources, so I don't really want to figure that out. Ah, and you see Goose is coming down because they've run out of mana. So they're recharging, restoring their mana so that they can do more tasks. Oh, look at Deuce go. Go, Deuce, go. You like to research. He's researching really hard. Okay, the other thing we need to build, again, lighting. Probably have to put this, I do not have, that's blocked by stairs. That there. But here, here, and we'll see how much light that gives us. Ultimately, these aren't going to stay, so I don't necessarily want to put too much. I don't have to. All right. We did not get those ice flowers. I think, Deuce, I'm also going to put on your plate chests so we don't have any issues with pests. I didn't want any issues with pests, thank you very much. See, there's a carcass. There's some sinew. Yep, viscera, that all comes from animules that we kill. All right. Let's see. I'm coming down here, room type lighting. All right, so it's not a dark room by any means. So there we go. We now finished the floor above us. So instantly that put a back wall on the room, and we can see that it's dimly lit. So we probably, again, not to risk. I'm going to add another one and see if that helps. Crafting. What else do we? There's our gruel pot. Good going, Deuce. We do not have, it looks like, the iron or the stone. So let us hold please. Got some stone, but let's get as much stone as we can. Hi, Mr. Rat. Let's have you guys keep at it. And there we go. We have a back room on that. I'm sure this room's slightly bigger, so this might be okay. But I'm gonna wait for that torch to be built before I look again. All right, still dimly lit. Void shroom spawns in 1.5 days. Well, I do not want the shroom small. Uh, this is a bedroom just because it has a bed and some lighting, so it automatically becomes a bedroom. Um, do I have to? I do. I don't want to disintegrate you. I don't have to. Let's put there. Let's put there, and let's see if that helps our cause. Whole bunch of resources. That's lovely. And then I assume in true play fashion, I can edit what I see. Right now, I don't have a need to edit what I see, so we can always figure that out later. Oh, I need iron for the cooking station. Interesting. Okay. Not helpful. There we go. We added that other um, torch. That got us well lit. So now no void shrooms on. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then filth. We're doing okay. No ooze will spawn just yet. Thankfully, we're not held to be filth outside. Clutter is the same. So we have a clutter. So filth will spawn a slime. Clutter will spawn a gremlin, which makes those storage boxes kind of important. Usually, what I like to do is on this level, I like to have um, storage boxes so that when people gather things, they can immediately just drop it on the first floor. But who knows? Maybe we'll do things a little differently. Never know. Oh, and with that, had some movement. So some of the stuff that we were trying to do, we were too slow. The 3 days until it consumes all of the school. Let's do some reading. Learn about expansion. School expansion. Once the foundation is full, we've already read that. Yes, we read that. So I'm not worried about that one. Wow, Deuce is already done with research. Holy heckman. Already read stairs, room. We've already read rooms. Rooms are going. Oh no, we didn't read a whole lot about rooms. Here's keywords. So rooms are basically anytime you close off a space, it becomes room types. Depending on the type, will depend on what things need to be in that room. Right? That's what this is talking about. Uh, yes, certain rooms allow rituals and tasks to be performed, so you need those kind of things. Uh, Mage score. Ooh, that's new. In addition to showing room requirements, the Book of Rooms also has a tab to view your mage score. Standing for magic, architecture, growth, exploration, mage score represents how powerful your school is overall. As your mage score increases, various parts of the game will get more challenging. Enemies in battle will slowly get stronger. Weight of malice will cause more of a drag on conviction. Weight of malice is as the school grows and the maze scored increase. Uh, the weight of malice conviction bonus will shrink. The school will need better amenities to compensate, such as fancier bedrooms, recreation time on the school, nicer meals. No conviction is the mental state. Room keywords. Rooms may require certain keywords to be completed. Keywords typically relate to how the room is constructed rather than the furnishings inside it. Notice we can construct crooked roofs. That is one of the things, or at least it was one of the things we had for keywords. The room view will give you more information on which room you have in your school or don't have various keywords. Room goals. If you select a room while a room set a room goal. Once a room goal has been set, the UI in the room will tell you what features count towards the target room type, what features room still need. Pinning a goal with the button, the bottom corner will make the target room show up every time you bring. That's really nice because as your structure gets bigger, um, for me, I have a tendency of forgetting what I was doing with that room sometimes because there's just ends up getting a lot going on. So it's kind of nice that it gives you kind of a mental cheat sheet of I wanted this room to be just for staff or I wanted this to be a dining room. And it'll definitely help me uh, considering like I may not remember from episode to episode. It's a nice little touch to give my brain some mental hints. Elevated rooms. Elevated rooms need to have no adjacent rooms or foundations below. These rooms must have open air below them. That's where the support structure is going to come in, right? Rounded rooms sound are exactly must touch the foundation or be underground. Ooh, underground. Interesting. We can now build rooms underground. Neat. That's new. Couldn't do that when I last played. Back in my day. Towered rooms must have no adjacent rooms to their left, right, or above. Build these on top of the school. So, H tower. Skewed rooms. Here's where those lovely comes in. Skewed rooms must have one outer wall at least 3 blocks taller than the other wall. Skewed rooms specifically check the outermost walls in the room. Roofs are an easy way to make skewed rooms possible, although other formations such as stairs within a room are possible. So the crooked roof versus here's the stair that then makes the room not as tall. So that's an interesting way to do architecture. I don't, my brain's like, ooh, how would I do that? Because these roofs, even though they look cool, are really hard to, or at least they used to be really hard to get right. Roofs, hopefully they have adjusted some of that. Roofs were a pain in the rear. So I'm really looking forward to seeing if that's changed. Lofted rooms. Lofted rooms must be taller than they are wide. Pretty simple. Although when you're building, sometimes it's really easy to get. So in this case, like in this picture, not only is this lofted, but it's also skewed because here's where um, the bottom of this one wall is. So this is a skewed lofted room and it goes off of the highest point. So it's not off of this height, it's off of um, this point. So the highest and the widest. Uh, yeah, the highest and the lowest points. Um, And they're kind of fun to play with. Private rooms. Private rooms must have one entry point. Hallways, doors, stairs into or through rooms, and room racks all count as entry points. Interesting. It used to be you had to have a stair, so now a hallway counts as a private room. Pristine room. Ooh, what the heck is this? Pristine rooms must not have any objects that give minus luxuries such as wall torches or certain types of filth. Oof. Prissy, prissy, prissy. Can't wait to see how I'm going to build around that. Interior rooms. Beautiful. Love those rooms. Doesn't have any wall connected to the outside. That wasn't a thing before. And you'd end up with a lot of interior rooms, which were problematic. Silent room. Ooh. Silent rooms must not be adjacent to classrooms, crafting rooms, ritual rooms, or rec rooms. So they must not hear noise. That's a pain in the rear. Skylit rooms. Oh, they have glass roofs now. Interesting. That wasn't a thing. Lovely. Must have a glass roof. Open back rooms. Open back rooms must not have any furnishings attached to the back wall of the room. Only wall mounted furnishings count against open back rooms. Furnishings on the ground that are touching the back wall are allowed. Okay. They've made some changes. That's kind of nice. Room keywords we just went through, so we're good there. Research here. What is this? Researched. What? Oh, they researched the boxes. Yay! Okay. I think we're okay. We need to do two things, right? We need to first. Oh, we need folks. Oh no. And then outdoor. Okay. So we can do the gut berries. Want to start clearing some stuff, but I kind of want to. Interesting. I kind of want to push back do a ritual and push back the fog. All right, so now I need 3 people, and Rosemary can be one of those people. Is that enough? I need wood. That's the other part about repelling. You actually need ingredients in order to do the repelling. Really annoying. All right, so I need some wood before I do some repelling. So let's hope we get some wood. Always can tell when nighttime is because uh come on, timber! Take down a tree! Take down 2 trees! Learn about hunger. Yeah. Hey, look! 2 people are going to sleep. Where's my... Where is my 3rd person? Where is Brooke? Brooke, why are you in a bed? Brooke took Adwolf Rose's bed. Can I kick you out? No, we're gonna. Yep, there we go. You can sleep on the floor. You're not upset about it. Hey, but Rose is not going to go to her bed now because yes. Meanwhile, Deuce is just like, I'm good. All right, let's see if we have the wood now. We do. Let's begin the ritual. Yes, I know possible break risk because they're not being able to sleep and they're very, very hungry. But we need the fog to move back. And as the ritual needs more and more, it will take longer and longer for the mages to actually do it. Let's just speed them up a little bit, yeah? There we go. And now they can go back to sleep. Oh. Or Brooke can not go back to sleep. Ooh. Murky crystals. Okay. So murky crystals. See if these are what I think they are. Yes. Uh, there may be monsters, there may be rare things. These are very important. So let me actually bump ones up. I want to make sure they get done. Let's bump these up too. Oh, there's our first smoke first, Pearl. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Okay. What did I need for storage? I can do a tiny. I need smokes. Now I need wood. That's lovely. Let's also make this pretty important. I would like to get all of this stuff picked up and um in some storage. All right. No no research selected. Yeah, I'm aware. Uh I want Deuce to not research for a hot minute. Deuce? Oh. Deuce now prefers recreating in a room with Brooke. And Brooke now prefers a room with Deuce. Recreating with Deuce. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me. Let's see where that shows up, though, on page sheet. That is in their quirks. Interesting. Enjoys recreating in the same space as Brooke. Dislikes recreating apart from Brooke. Will also be upset if Brooke dies or leaves the school. So I guess we need to keep them alive now. Poor Rose. A spectral rift. Oh no. Uh, that's no good. A lesser chess smasher will come through the rift and attack your school. Defeat the enemy. Oh, okay. Great. Well, let's let's do this stuff. I'm gonna put Brooke up front, and then we're gonna put Rose back here. Gonna begin the battle. Hope this doesn't take long. Yep, refill your mana. Oof, our first battle. Okay. Okay, this will cast taunt. So the battle. The depending on the monster will depend on who we can attack and when. Some monsters like this chess master. Do I know anything about you? Apparently not. Some monsters you can attack it, no matter if they're in the front or the back. Others you have to kill the ones in front before you hit the back. So we're going to see how this all works out. Thankfully, Brooke and Rose are before the other two, so we kind of be able to get ready. So Brooke now has taunt on her, so they don't have to, they should hit Brooke, which then she can shield. Uh, Counter attack for 2 rounds. Not bad, but I kind of want to do some damage. So let's just have her do some damage. Yeah. All right, the armor helped there, and the armor helped there. And you can see up here, she still has 10 armor points. So she's still okay, and hasn't lost any health. Don't know if I'm gonna. And then I have to also watch, right? Like, because Brooke only has a certain amount of magic, same with Deuce. So I need to make sure that I'm not over, like, I can't do inspiration 50 billion times, right? Um, that is 80, so that's most of Deuce's mana right now. That's no bueno. All right, let's. Okay, so that will do half damage against them. Now we're back at the top. All right, I could do this smash. Ooh, ooh, that was nasty, Brooke. That was nasty. Um, you knocked them into another dimension. All right. Oh, interesting. No. Okay. So Brooke still had some shield, so she's fine, but it ricocheted and hit Rose and Deuce, and so they took a little damage. That's not good. All right, let's do bolts on you, and let's see if Brooke can. Yes, she can. Woo woo! Beautiful. We get some materials out of it. Ectoplasm and smoke pearls, which smoke pearls, last I remember, were very much needed. All right, beautiful. All right, I think with that, I think we're gonna call it here. Have another, like, I'm gonna need them to gather resources, and I'm gonna need them to, um, I'm gonna need them to gather resources, and I'm gonna need them to put stuff away so that the next night when this pushes through, that I don't lose all of this stuff because it will go away. Um, we'll probably do that on camera because there, as you can see, random things pop up. No, it's really going to be a problem. That moved our clutter down. We're still okay, but just the mere act is now has clutter there. But again, thank you all for watching. Ooh, and we'll go through all of this next time. Like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Uh, Deuce and Brooke leveled up, which is really great. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully, I do well. If you have tips or tricks, anything that I could do better, I'm always willing to listen. Whether I do them or not will depend on what I'm trying to accomplish. But definitely help you guys have. Happy to listen, and I hope that you have. I'll see you. I hope you have a wonderful day.